Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's explainer. I am absolutely wicked excited to be your guide today. If you're learning English and you just love the beautiful game of soccer, well, you're in the perfect place. Today I'm going to speak nice and slow and very clearly, so you can really practice your listening skills. Our goal? We're going to learn the essential English soccer vocabulary for A2 language learners. We've got some brilliant slides to help make these new words stick right in your memory. So go ahead and grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's get this match started.
All right, starting 11. Let's meet the team.
Okay, take a look at this standard soccer formation. You can see the 11 players broken down into 4 distinct groups by color, kind of like a giant puzzle. At the very bottom in orange, we have 1 goalkeeper. Just above them, in blue, we have 4 defenders. Next up, in green, are the 3 midfielders. And right at the top in red, ready to attack, are the 3 forwards. Seeing it laid out like this is just a wicked good way to anchor these 4 key vocabulary words right in your mind.
Let's look a little closer at that player in orange. This is the goalkeeper. You'll often hear them just called the GK. Now, the goalkeeper's main job is to protect the goal. This is absolutely crucial. They are the literal only player on the team who can legally use their hands, but only while they're inside that large white box called the penalty area. Now listen closely to this sentence, and I want you to say it right out loud after me at home. The goalkeeper catches the ball. I'll say it one more time. The goalkeeper catches the ball. Fantastic.
Let's move on to our next group. These are the defenders. Their whole job, their one mission, is to stop the other team from scoring. There are a few common positions here: the left back, the center back, and the right back. They stand like a solid wall right in front of their goalkeeper. Okay, time for your next practice sentence. Listen and repeat. The defender blocks the shot. One more time. The defender blocks the shot. Great job.
Moving up the field, we find the midfielders. They're really the engine of the team, transitioning constantly back and forth. They help defend, they pass the ball, and they move up to attack. They literally do it all. Here is your next sentence to repeat. The midfielder passes the ball. Once again, nice and clear. The midfielder passes the ball.
Finally, we reach the top of the formation, the forwards. Their primary job? Trying to score goals. There are wide players called the left winger and right winger, and the player right in the absolute middle is called the striker. The striker is usually the one taking the really big shots. Now, let's practice our sentence with some real excitement. Repeat after me. The striker scores a goal. Let's do it again with some energy. The striker scores a goal.
Coaches and the bench. Let's look at the technical area.
Welcome to the technical area. On the left side, you have the active coaching staff. You've got the assistant coach, the goalkeeper coach, the fitness coach, and of course, the main boss, the head coach. On the right side is the bench. This is exactly where the substitute players sit, usually wearing their warm-up vests, waiting for their turn to play, right alongside the team doctor. Let's practice 2 sentences here. First, the head coach gives instructions. And second, the substitute is ready to play.
Next up, match officials, enforcing the rules. So, there are actually 3 different types of officials. At the top is the main referee. They run all over the pitch with the players, using a whistle to stop play, and using cards to punish bad tackles. Then you have the assistant referee on the sideline, who uses a flag. And finally, the VAR, the video assistant referee. They sit in a video room looking at monitors to help fix any really big mistakes. Let's practice our vocabulary sentence here. Repeat after me. The referee shows a yellow card. Perfect. The referee shows a yellow card.
Around the stadium. Let's check out the fans and the sideline. Look at all the different people it actually takes to put on a game. Up in the stands, you have the fans, completely decked out in team colors and waving flags. Up above them, way up in the press box, you have the TV commentator describing the game, along with the stadium announcer. Down on the sideline, there are photographers, security at the gates, and the ball kid helping to return the ball to the players as quickly as possible. Your practice sentence here is, the fans cheer for their team. Let's hear it. The fans cheer for their team.
Rules and restarts. Time for some match vocabulary.
Now there are 4 main types of kicks used to restart play. A penalty kick happens after a major foul inside the penalty area. It's super intense, just the kicker against the goalkeeper. A free kick is awarded for a foul anywhere else on the pitch. You can actually see the defending team making a literal wall of players. A corner kick is taken from the corner flag when the defending team kicks the ball out of bounds behind their own goal. And finally, a goal kick is taken by the defending team when the attacking team kicks it out behind the goal.
But what about when the ball goes out on the side of the field? Well, that leads to a throw-in. Look at the player on the left there. Notice how he's using both hands to throw the ball directly over his head. That's the rule. On the right, we see the most famous and maybe most confusing rule in soccer, offside. Look closely at that red dotted line. If an attacking player in red is ahead of the second-last defender in blue, before the ball is passed to them, they are offside.
The match timeline, from start to finish.
Let's tie all our new vocabulary together into a little story. We start at 0 minutes. With the kickoff, the referee blows the whistle to start. Then we have play, where the midfielder passes the ball and the striker tries to score a goal. At 45 minutes, we hit halftime. That's the break between the two halves. During the second half, there might be a foul where the referee gives a yellow card. Finally, at exactly 90 minutes, we reach full time. The match ends and the fans celebrate the victory.
Okay, you've learned a ton of new words today. It's time for a quick challenge. Let's test your memory. Don't worry, take your time. Let's see if you can remember who does what.
Let's go through this list together and lock in that knowledge. Ready? Who protects the goal? The goalkeeper. Who stops the attackers? The defender. Who plays right in the middle of the field? The midfielder. Who scores goals? The striker. Who controls the match? The referee. Who gives the instructions? The head coach. And finally, who waits on the bench? The substitute. Reading through it like this is just a wicked good way to check your understanding. If you got those right, you are doing absolutely amazing.
Excellent work today. Look at that. You now know the names of the players, the coaches, the referees, and the absolute most important soccer terms in English. You did a fantastic job repeating those sentences and really training your ear. Now, the next step is to put this knowledge into practice in the real world. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. Which English soccer match are you going to watch first this weekend to listen for your brand new vocabulary? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.